Hello and welcome, Railway Russ here again, and on this video we're going to have a look at Halwill. Now this is another one of the Heritage series simulations produced by PC Rail, and this one was released in August 2013, so soon be coming up to its 10th birthday. Right, I've just stopped it on the start time, which is the evaluation version. That will start about 6:38 and give you a few trains in a couple of hours. With it being a single line, or rather a group of single lines, the timetable isn't that busy. There's not too many trains, but it's still interesting nevertheless. It's a nice introductory one. Excuse me, although it does catch you out now and again. I've found out on a previous run through. Right, so the layout is based about 1945 to 65. I think there's some small alterations at that time. The timetable included is June 1953, and we'll have a look at the layout. I'm not sure when this actually closed. There's quite a bit on Google on Halwill, and it's just called Halwill, not Halwill Junction, which I thought it would be. Right, let's have a look at the fringe boxes. We've got basically 4 fringe boxes, all single lines. All these represent the single line instrument or staff or tablet, whichever was used at the time. We've got 4 fringe boxes on the so we've got the Bude line coming in from the right. That's working to Dunsland's Cross. That's about 3.5 miles away. Ashwater, that's on the Padstow Wadebridge line. That's about 5 miles away. All on this, what they call it, up and down North London and Cornwall line. That's about 2 3/4 miles. And Ashbury, which is on the up and down Main to Oakhampton, and so on. That's about 4 miles away. I'm going to start the simulation. Now there is, with it being a single line, there's always a gap or nothing to do when trains are going away from you or coming towards you until they've arrived. So I will try and cut that out to keep this video short. You'll see a little clock appear in the corner when I do that, just to let you know that the speeds increase. We have got the usual speed time compression and a quick time advance when there's nothing actually happening. But as I say, when trains are in section, there is quite a gap. Would always recommend you, as always, have a read through the local information. There's quite a lot on the ground frames here. There's some quite unusual and awkward, it's caught me out of time, to interlocking. So have a look through that. And then we've got the locking details as well. That's quite comprehensive. So I'm going to start the simulation running, and I can go through the clearing points, the layouts and the FPLs, etc. So start 6:38. The first one we've got should be on the Bude line. That's Dunsland Cross, and it goes into the upsiding. The upsiding is located this bit here. There's some other, it was actually connected further up on this line through a ground frame, and there's quite a few sidings there. I think there are about 8 sidings there built for the W War Department at one time. We've obviously got a level crossing, which is weighted by lever A. That is interlocked with the signals, etc. Facing point locks on all the facing points. This little bit here will take some getting used to. It's quite a complicated point and slip arrangement there, with facing point locks on all sorts of points. 13, for example, locks that crossover and that point as well, so that will take a bit of getting used to. Clearing points, right. I'll accept this one. That's the class 7 freight. 5:45 from Bude. Right, so this has been accepted on this line. I'll talk about the clearing point for that, and that beyond this home signal you'll see the clearing point indicated at the ground signal 26, and on the Padstow line clearing point is located at the ground signal 34, and on the line from Halwill and Torrington we've got the clearing point on that ground signal there. Coming the other way, the clearing point is to number 1 ground signal, so that doesn't affect any other points. These will, of course. You've got this middle siding and this loop which are affected. Now the ground frames, they've actually ground frame A, B and C on this one. I think this was a ground frame late down this side, so we're not included from that one. These are quite complicated, as I've said. Best thing to do is have a read at the local information, or even you can click on print. You don't have to print it all out, it will put into a Word document. Let's have a look where the ground frames are. Here we are. Yes, ground frame A, ground frame B, and which is this one as well. We've got the middle side is operated ground frame, but we'll see how that goes later on. And ground frame C has not been included. Yeah, that's this one further on. So this tells you what's been included and what's not from the original. Let's say it is quite a unique layout, having 3 single lines coming in. I think the old Torrington line was the last to be built. If you look at early pictures, they don't have this bay platform in. Right, let's have a look at the general layout. So we've covered this siding, we've got the up and down platform, we've got a bay platform on the downside. I think that's probably for trains going to Padstow and Weybridge, unless they come main line. And then we've got this bay platform on the N, D and C, which is obviously North Devon and Cornwall bay platform, with 40 at the exit signal. So we've got good siding and the siding, and this comes into this commutation here. Well, you'll see me battle with this later on, but yeah, I presume you do get used to it later on. I think right is centering section, so that's going to be quite a while. Look, 6:42, it doesn't arrive in the upside until 6:53. He actually stops in the station as well, just for a minute or two. I'm not sure why. Probably probably simulates collecting the staff or token for that. I can't show you the working of the ground frame now because I've accepted it. There's also A6 and A7, which is an unusual locking. Signal release and unlocking. It tells you what A6 does. Releases 23 both ways, so 23 from the middle siding can either come up this side or go onto the platform. A7 releases 39 with A4 reverse. Right, so obviously releases that signal to come across this this crossover A4. So we've got the ground frame A release, which has got 2 levers, 37 and 38, which is in the frame there. So we could say release 37. Not got system sounds on there. I'll put the system sounds on just so you know the levers are moving. So then we can say release the facing point lock and clear A3 and A5. Yeah, I can't get 36. Is that because of A1? No, it's because it's A6. Yeah, it's very strange interlocking. Now we've got 36, yeah. So yeah, if you can't get a signal, have a look through it. It'll probably be this A6, A7 and A8, which is the facing point lock for A9. Excuse me. Right, so let's get those back, if we can. A5, and we can lock those with A1. Right, it's locked A6 out for some reason. I'm not sure why. No, I've left the signal off. Anyway, I'm going to leave that. Oops, oh dear, not doing very well here on the demonstration. Just want to get A6. Ah, right, okay, so you've got to have the trap points A5 back as well. So, right, we'll try and put those back again. A5, A3, and A1, and then lock that up. 38 is for this A2, which is this side. There's a loop on the ND and C line. Of course, we've got these locations DCM, DCL, which are located here for unsignaling moves. Obviously that one's locked because it's going across. So they operated by B1 and B2, which operated by these two levers here. I don't think there's anything booked in the timetable as far as I'm aware what uses those, but you never know. Right, so let me check. I've got this route set, so I'm now waiting for him to call it the signal. Now, do we have to caution? Again, it'll probably be in the locking information. So if we look at signal 29, which is the first one we've got, it just tells you which points of signals have to be at which position of the points. So perhaps it's in the local information. Just have a quick look. Trains booked to stop at Halwill station are exempt from the requirement of Rule 39A. Signals may be cleared for trains stopping at stations without need. Right, so we don't have to caution if it's booked to stop. And this one does say it stops at Halwill, so we can clear the signals whenever we're ready. Right, what I'm going to do at this stage, I think I've gone through everything. We've gone through the instruments. We've gone through, I'll show you this interlocking as I'm working it. Lower crossings yet. What I'll do now is cut this little bit out, so it will save you time, and then I'll restart it when it's slowing down for the signal. Right, I'll come back again here. We can see it's approaching the signal. Now we've got a lot of what I call running line dummies or ground signals ahead, between two main stop signals, which are cleared before you clear the home signal. For example, if I try to clear 29, it is locked because we've got 26. Obviously, if you're shunting, you use the shunting signals, but for mainline movements we need from signal to signal, so we need to clear 26 and then 29. We didn't need to caution that one, but it's just arrived a bit quicker than I expected. Let me see what I've got. The skill level that's set to 5 real time, so we'll leave it at that. You have got the option of having the levers, expanded lever plates, so that will then tell you what each lever is when you move your mouse across. I tend to leave those off for the demonstration so they don't get in the way. Now there's one train which caught me out, and there's also this movement here which I've had a couple of attempts, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Hopefully you can help me out there, but they always seem to be late. So I blame the timetable creator not giving us enough time. But there's one of these trains which did catch me out. I'm going to have a quick look through it. And that's the one what caught me out, 7B60. Do not accept until Ashbury has sent out a section for 2B91. Now what I did previous, I accepted this freight and he offered it on about 8:40, and I've got this passenger to leave this 2B91, so I should have sent that one first and refused that, but I didn't, and caused major delays. Right, you can see it's stopped in the platform, so I could put 20. Oops, I should have put 29 back there. It does allow it, but I should have put 29 back, then 26. Right, we can send out a section for that one. So get the right bell. I have set these as I usually do to menus, but you could set them for clicking on the bell or the F keys, whichever you choose or prefer, should I say. Right, this one's due to depart now, so let's get the facing point unlocked. 10 unlocks 11 on this point into the sidings. You notice we've got A, C, D and E, so let's click on get reverse D. Right, that's a facing point, and then we need the gates, of course, otherwise it makes a bit of a mess of the gates. And then we can clear 30. Hopefully that should then, there, off it goes. So the next one, which is on the down main, is this class 2 passenger 2B86, and we've got a bit of shunting to do with that one. Detach rear 4 coaches of vans to Launceston or Launceston, and then shunt front coach to bay platform or 2B88 to Bude, and 2B87. So we know that Launceston, Oakhampton to Launceston, is on the Ashwater line. Continued from 2B86. Right, let's put 30 signal back. That's the shunt signal into the siding. Let's level crossing can go back, and he's inside. I think we might as well put the points back, so we'll put the lock, reverse D and relock. If we've got a train coming in, I might as well change the 11 points, so we've got the route set for this next train, and then relock. Right, he's disappeared off there, so there's no trains on the system. Quick time advance hasn't advanced, so that means we've got something happening in the next minute, which should be this one. Now we've also got a class 0, which is class 0, which is a light engine coming from the upsiding. Just accept that class 2. I've got the train register book, of course, the up and down sections, and that is today's date, so that's when you know it was videoed. Right, I was talking about this light engine. Oh, of course, that's the train what's gone into the upsidings. That's the one. It's uncoupled his wagons and he's coming back, light engine. Terminates engine in the up platform, so he comes out the upsiding, goes into the up platform the wrong way, as it were, then shunt via signal 26. Right, so he does this shunting on this. Oh, he wakes the 2B88 in the bay platform, which is Halwill to Bude. via Dunsland Cross. Yes, I think that's where I got things delayed there, but we'll see if we can do better. I was learning the interlocking at this junction. It's 18 points which caught me out, because you have to release the lock 20 and you still can't get 18. You think you can but you can't, and 18's unusual. It's got one end there and the other end's here on that crossover, so it's very, very unusual. So you need to unlock 19, then we could perhaps get 18. Yes, so yes, it caught me out a bit, that interlocking. I have to admit, it does take a little getting used to, but so you're new trainee in the single box, you don't expect to know the intricacies and the inside out of all these little moves. The signalman there would just throw the levers apart like no tomorrow. He would he'd know what exactly to do, and hopefully you'll be the same. Perhaps I might be as well. Right, now I can see what's happened here. Yes, we've got it offered, but he's actually booked to stop at Ashbury. So I'll try and cut this little bit out and rejoin you when it's approaching the layout. Right, that's train entrance section just received. Oops, clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, so it's about 9 minutes, 8 minute section. So again, I'll come back when it's approaching Halwill. Right, we join the simulation again as the train is now slowing down, approaching Halwill, so we can get the gates. Again, we've got a running line dummy as a column number 1, so I need to clear that first, and then number 2, that's signalled into the down platform. Just a reminder, these, all the demo or all the simulations PC Rail produce, you can download any of them for free of charge, and they can be run as many times as you want in the evaluation mode, or trial mode, or demo mode, whichever word you want to use for that. And I say that runs approximately 2 hours. I've never actually checked because I've always had the full version. Right, so now he's approaching. Yes, approaching the station. Arrives at 7:06. I've got that one coming out of the upsiding. 7:08. I'll try and do this shunt as best I can and see if we can get trains away on time. Now then, which one do we put back first? I'll try one. No, I always do it wrong. It does go back, just tells me off. And then signal 2. Right, he's cleared the gates. I'm going to turn time compression off so it doesn't run away during this shunting move. I think that's probably where you can lose a bit of time. And out of section to Ashbury. Right, now we've got this one due out the upsiding shortly, so I'm going to unlock the points, change D and 11, and relock the points. with 10. Right, he's obviously, I can't clear C because the gates are still closed. Right, I can't do anything with this arrival until he changes into its departure, or if there's no departure linked to it, it will change to with 5Z01. Now I think there's one of these trains you need to make a note of as well, because the if I remember, the notes disappear with the loco or train. If that does happen and we're not quite sure what it says, it's easy enough to go into the timetable and have a look through. Probably noticed that we got an additional timetable, 1961 summer Saturday. I don't know what that one was, probably just a test. Right, let me just remind me, detach rear 4 coaches as vans. Right, so we need to leave 4 coaches in the platform. We can redescribe that to 2B87. So we're shunting the front coaches by 34 into this platform, uncouple. Right, here we go. I'm going to do it straight away. So uncouple rear, move that there. So we've got the rear 4 vehicles, and we're going to call that to Bravo 87. Right, so the front, let's have a look. I don't want, I also have to use the shunting signal, which is 33. 4 will, you could use 4, but I think you'll need 36 as well for that. So he actually goes into the bay. We can uncouple that and call it 2B88. The engine returns back to his train. So it takes the 2 into the bay, back by 34, onto his train, and off he goes. Now these depart quite close together. 7:15. That's the one in the bay, and the one on the main goes by Ashwater. Yes, you think they'd be the other way around, but that's how it is. So he's braking already. Can he fit in between these 2 signals? We should use the shunt 2 command, of course. Shunt 2 34. Put 33 back. He's held at 34. Right, let's so we need 20 unlocking. This is this funny interlocking. Oops, I've got that one from the outside in. You just click on yes while I deal with this. I can't clear 18 because it's locked by 19, if you remember. Right, let me just check. That's the facing point lock into the bay. Let's see if I can clear 34. Yes, excellent. So he's going into the dropping these 2 in the bay. Right, let's what we've got, this light engine. Right, we've set the route for him. We just need the gates. I'll clear signal C. That will let him come out the upside in, and he'll come down to 31. Well, we can actually run him down to shunt via 26. Then he goes across into the bay to couple these 2 coaches. It would have been a lot easier if this engine moving these coaches actually worked that train, and then I could just couple this one straight onto here, if you know what I mean. But railways are never that simple. The loco's obviously booked for the appropriate train. Right, he's braking. I'm going to put 34 back. This one's coming out there. Put C back. And these brakes, I'm going to uncouple that one straight away. Train number, I can leave it at OZ01, it doesn't really matter. Right, let's clear 35, see if we can get this one out. And I'm going to use the train the shunt 2 command on that again, just to stop him around 34. Crossing, people waiting to cross. I'm going to clear 31 to bring this loco up. Oh, it does terminate in the up platform. Ah, right. Excuse me. So we will change to OZ. Well, to be OZ02 in this case, because we've already got OZ01. That one I could redescribe, so I'm going to do that now. Describe, and that is 2B8. There we go. Right, so he's terminated, even though I've got 31 off. I'll put 31 back and wait for this one to change. Now that one's breaking, so I can put 35 back. Put the lock back 20. If you notice, I've left 19 out. 18. No, not 18. Oh, I've locked. Oh, what have I not done right? Oh, I need to change 18. Why can't I change 18? Have I got the signals off? No. Oh, what did I do wrong? Right. Lock them with 19 and lock them with 20. Right, and then we get 34. Bring them back on his train. This one now is terminated in the up platform, so I can move that one behind 26. So that's shunt to 26. Right, as you can see, very tight timings. So 2B88 is from the down platform, so that one goes across. It's a shame they could depart at the same time. Oh no, they can't, because he'd have to go. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you could have one from the Bay platform onto the up and down North Cornwall at the same time. You've got a little one leaving. Across there. Yes, that should be possible to do. Probably try that later on, if the trains are going in the right direction, of course. Right, is this one he's going to, I don't know if he'll couple to him or not. Buffered up, so we need to tell that one to couple. Right, he's stopped at 26. Now we need to get this back, so we've got 34 off and 31 still. We definitely need 21 unlocked and 19. We've got 17. 17's locked by 13. Even, yeah, 17's got very strange. Right, let's see if we can get 17, and we need 18. 18's locked by 20. I said he was fun and games. Right. Oh, I still don't got it right now. Oh, it's 22. Right. No, I need 18. It's 17 I don't need. Right, 17's to go into there. Right, finally. Now you can see why these trains are late. Sigmund doesn't know what he's doing. I'm going to just lock everything up and clear 26. Right, so he's due in 1 minute. So I say, by me messing about there, this is what's causing the delay. There's no... Oh, the Bay platform. Oh, I can get that one away, I think. Let me have a look. I can lock 13. Yes, let's see if I'll get that one offered on. Oh no, it goes to... bay platform. Waiting loco. I've done something silly. Oh, yes, I can see what I've done. This from 26 should have gone into the bay platform. Oh, that's really going to delay things, but I'm not going to restart. I'll just have to face the consequences. So I'm going to unlock all these points. I must have just lock everything there. There. Right, so I don't want him double heading, of course. I want him on this other train. So I'm going to click on 18. Yeah, I'll click on 22 as well. And we get all these locked up. And then I'm going to clear 33. See, the driver should have stopped and told me that, really. So we are going to be late, but no matter, that was my genuine error there. So basically that locomotive should have gone straight into the bay platform. Right, I'm going to use the shunt 2 command on that. So he stops at 30 foot. We'll get that back on his correct train, and we'll, yes. It's a shame these trains aren't reversed, because they cross each other. Otherwise, I think they could probably depart at the same time. And you see, we've got quite a large gap from there to the goods side. So while these trains are going away, I'll try and speed time up a bit there. Let's put 33 back. I'm going to put all these locks back. It's just easier. 18. Oh, that's all I need for that, isn't it? So relock. Probably an easier way of doing that than 34. Now we could let the 718 departure go first, of course, if you wanted to. So it's not as delayed, and then that one will be delayed a little bit more. While it's coupling up. Probably take a minute. You'll have to turn. No, it's a class OZ, so that will just couple straight away once you've told him to. Yeah, I'll try and keep it in the right sequence. That's if we can get the points set, of course, for it. Right, 34 can go back. Needs clear all this lot, so I'm going to set the route. The 715 departure, so it's going from the bay platform to Dunsland's Cross. So let's see what we need. 20, 19, definitely 13 unlocked. Again, I might as well unlock them all. So we need 17 and 22. There, I think that's right. That's all there is. Relock. It's buffered up, so I'm going to couple it up. Right, while he's coupling up, I'm going to offer this train on. So that's class 2 on to Dunsland's Cross. So here we go. Yeah, sorry about that earlier. It was not looking what I'm doing now. Again, we'd probably need that 39. He's still coupling. I don't think he'll depart while he's coupling. So I'm going to clear 5. And then we can clear the section signal 8. Again, all the section signals have got a white stripe indicating it's locked until you've released the correct token or tablet. So 8 and 9 have both got, and we've got 40A there. I don't think there was a signal on that originally, but you need a section signal for the purposes of the PC Row program. So off he goes, 4 minutes late. That's not too bad. And then of course we've got 24, which is the section signal going to Ashbury, and that is again a white stripe. Right, so as soon as this one's cleared the points, we can get the point set for we can get the point set for the one going to Ashwater. Remember to send train intersection as well, because as I say, it's not indicated on these single line block instruments. Right, I'm going to offer this train on to Ashwater, so I've done that bit. Is line clear for class 2. 5 can go back, I think. Yep. And we can try and get this lock back. So I'd say I would tend to release all the locks for this situation. 18. Oh, not put 13 back, that locks that end. Where are we? 22. 17. Yeah, that's all straightforward now. That's all done. I've sent train intersection for that one, which I told you about. Forgot to do it myself. 39 can go back, although I could leave these while I lock this up. Right, let's get all these locked again. 18, 19, 20, 21. Running line dummy again. 36. 4 then should be cleared. And then the section signal 9. And off he goes. 3 minutes late. So that's probably due to me messing about with these locos. So I think you would have time if you were quite quick with that move. And you know the frame better than I do. You should be able to get that one away on time. Right, section signal 8 can go back. It looks like we've got a locomotive in the goods siding, which acts as the station pilot. Now, no, there wasn't a station pilot at this location originally, but I think it's used on the simulation to help me shunt the stock about. Used on shunt duties to attach coaches from Butoke-Tapton trains as required between duties store and middle siding, which is this location here. Right, I'll send entering section for that. Put the signals back. 36. Not sure if it's past that one yet, because the track circuit is before and after the signal. So I'll wait till it's completely clear. There, it's just gone clear, so I now can put 9 back. Right, I'm going to probably cut this little bit out as well. We are just waiting for outer section for these 2 trains now, so it'll be quite a while. Right, that's just received outer section from Dunsland Cross, which Acknowledged. Right, just stop on the train information window quite a while after it's sent out to section as well. The train information window is showing that passenger actually standing now at Dunslands Cross. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correct. It's already sent out a section for it, so it'll just disappear off the information window shortly. And we've still got 2B87 on the line to Padstone Weybridge. This one's setting off from the station. Not sure why it shows you the arrivals. Once you get out of section, it usually disappears. Probably if we're crossing trains, I think it might be more information for us if we've like got a train waiting there to come here. It's dropped another minute as well. Yeah, it just disappeared off, so the next one we've got is out of section from Ashwater. Right, we'll rejoin that. We've got the train on the Ashwater line is now braking. And that's out of section. Again, he seems to stop on the layout. I'm going to put time compression on. The quick time advance unfortunately won't kick in until this train has disappeared out the window, even though we've got out of section. We've got nothing on the layout, nothing going away or approaching us, but say this one's still on. So let's have a look at the next one we've got. Good sign. Oh yes, it's just this shunter. Station pilot used on shunt duties, and his terminates engine in the bay platform, so he basically comes out the good siding. Probably he'll have to go behind 34 or 26. 34 is easier, and then back into the bay platform. Actually showing the Ashwater stop on this train's information. Obviously it's sent out a section. It shows the train has stopped at the station, and then it's obviously leaving the station there. Right, that's disappeared. Let's get the old time advance. Yeah, that's gone to 8:19 now, so that's jumped forward quite nicely. A minute before this one's due to come out the siding. So again, we'll get these points ready for him. So we need 13 lock back, 14 points. Can relock 13. Then I need 18s again. I need 18 and 20. Pull 18. Yeah, 21 then is just for this 22 points. Yeah. Right, and now look, 20 up again. Right, so just check the route. Yeah, so that's okay to come behind 34 and then back into platform. So this one should appear shortly. Remember, these will be offered on quite early. Here we go. Let's hope here one from Goodshed. I'm going to clear 7. So I can come out the siding, and I'm going to use the shunt to right click shunt to 34. Yeah, what I was saying, these are offered. I mean, this one will be offered very shortly. 8:36 terminates in the up platform. Use station pilot to shunt to bay platform. Oh dear. Detach 2 coaches at the buffer end as 2B89. Remaining coaches to attach to 2B91, which is train following it. Oh right, so it's got 2 coaches off the back of this coupling to the back of another train. Held at 5. Oh yes, I forgot 5. Well, it's 35. When you're coupling coaches to the back of the train, again, PC rail simulations won't allow a locomotive at each end, not on the heritage ones. So we'll have to do a bit of jiggling about that one. Probably have to uncouple the train loco just to allow the coupling at the rear, which is a bit odd, but has to be done nevertheless. So 7 can go back. 35 can go back. You can put those points back, so we need to unlock those with 13. 14 are back normal. 13, right. If you clear the signal too early, you will get opposing movement in progress. System doesn't like it if you've got a train moving away from the signal you need to clear. So it's stopped at 34. Just quickly check the route and bring that one back into the bay. And that will terminate there, and presumably it will default to OZ01. You can redescribe that code if you want to, or you don't have to leave it at OZ01. You could describe it to any other code, as long as it's not a timetable train, which is sometimes awkward to know whether it is or not, but you can see there's OLs for light engines, so you could call it 9T00 or just leave it as it is. So Dunsland comes straight into station. That's all set up already. Ashwater to Ashbury. So these are 2 coaches you've got to add from this arrival. So we've got to move all this obviously out of the way before that one arrives, and it's only what, 8 minutes behind it. So that's another one of these very quick shunting moves which I probably won't be able to do on time. Right, 34's back, train's terminated. Do I need to put these points back? Seems the best to. So unlock 20. Let's try 80. Yeah, oh, that's it. That's all I need to move. Right. Right, as soon as this one's changed to 001, the time compression should kick in. Right, that's the class 2 being offered from Dunsland Cross, which you can accept. Yeah, I think this is where the notes disappear, actually, because 2B90 loses its note. So you might want to make a note of that. So basically use Station Pilot, these shunts, just writing this down, the bay platform, detach 2 at the buffers, that's going to be 2.89, which is departure back from whence it came, and then we've got remaining 2 to attach 2B91. Then the engine from that goes back into the bay. Yes, where we detach the 2 coaches buffer end. Engine to attach. Right, it might not disappear, these notes, I'm not sure. We'll see how we go along with that. Right, so this is where we're waiting a long time here, look, because he's got the train slowing down at Dunsland Cross. He's going to stop at the station, then finally we'll get entrance section. After entrance section I'll try and speed that up, unless this one's offered. That one's in the bay, his notes do remain. I'm going to re-describe that as OS. Don't know. Just so that it's a shunter. Right, he's arrived, he's stopped at the station, Dunsland Cross. We're due to depart at 8:29 from there. He arrives at 8:36 or so. It takes him 7 minutes. Now this one, Ashwater's a bit further away. That takes about 8 to 9 minutes for them, for those trains. As again you see, it's 44, departs at 49. And remember, we'll get this one offered. 7 Bravo 60, do not accept, until we've got the 2B91 crossing it at Ashbury. And then that's a nice little gap there. We'll finish after that one. So what time do we start? 6:38. So we've nearly done 2 hours. Not a lot of trains. And yeah, there's a nice nice break there. Terminates in the bay platform. All right. Yes, there's not that many trains on this line, but we've got one here, 2G. So the G's are for the whole branch, the Torrington branch. So that one arrives at 10:18. So it does use the loop, you see, to run around the train, right? It arrives with a loco and 1 coach, not a push and pull. Run around engine. Right. So presumably the coaches go in there, loco runs around, and then it goes back into platform. Set back into platform. Form 2G12. Right, so that's an interesting move I've not done. Entrance section from Dunsland Cross. Right, I'll cut this bit out unless there's something happening, and come back when we get a bell or a train approaching. Right, that's Ashwater is offering this class 2, which I can accept. I was thinking of running that light engine behind 34 to so it's ready to couple onto the back of this train, but I can't do that because this train's been accepted to there. So that fouls that movement. But what I can do, as soon as this train arrives, I'll get this light engine across behind 26 and get the coaches out of the way. Not sure where this light engine goes. Engine to attach. All right. It's where to put this shunter, I think, after he's done his shunt moves. Oh, of course it says, I read the notes, of course it says store in middle siding, right. So I put him back in there. Well, not back, I put him in the middle siding. Right, we've got this one. I've not got the points set for that, have I? Oh, sorry, I'm thinking he's braking for our station. He's actually braking for Ashwater station. I don't think that can arrive at 8:44 while we're doing all this movements, but we'll see. So 2B91 has now arrived at Ashwater. Due to about 8:35, so there's a couple of minutes to wait for that one. And we get straight into section shortly afterwards. Right, since we don't need to caution for change book to stop, I can clear the signals for this one. It's still there's only a couple of minutes off, so we'll get the signals off for that one. So we need 26, 29. Obviously I've not covered the distance signal. There's no distance signal levers on the frame, and all the distance signals are fixed at caution. Again, it's a fairly low running speed. There he comes. He's just arrived on the berth track circuit, as it were. He's not due to arrive at 8:44, so we've got 10 minutes. And we've got to clear this sub platform in 10 minutes. Right, so we can put 29 back. And 26. Send the outer section for Dunsland Cross. Now I want to get this engine out as soon as I can. 21 will probably be locked. Yes, it's still a bit too eager. Still on the points. Now it's cleared. Right. So, oh dear, which ones do I need? I'll put them all back. So we need 17, and 22. There, that's all we need. That's train intersection from Ashworth is just leaving there now. I'm going to lock all these points up again. And we need the shunt signal. Just check the route, because shunt signals do apply for different routes, of course. Right. So he's now terminated. Yeah, we shouldn't lose the notes when he changes to 5 Z01. It's probably when we start shunting the train. I'll try to remember what it is. If you can't remember, I'll tell you what we can do. Click on Notepad and click and paste notes into there. There. Right, now this is where I made a mistake last time. I accepted this train because she tended to accept the train as soon as it's belled, but it doesn't arrive till 9:10. It's only 8:37, so I'll just ignore that and carry on with this move. Now this light engine, I should have used the shunt to 26. Just done that. If you do accept that, obviously this doesn't arrive till 9:10. Your passenger's supposed to be away at 8:49. He won't be able to leave till 9:11, 9:12, so you put 12-13 minutes in that. Not the end of the world, but right, that one's still terminated. Oh, it's now changed to 5Z01. Here we go. Engine to attach to 2 bits. So I'm gonna what do I do first? Let's get 35 back. I've got to get all these points back again. Extend to unlock the lot. So let's got 22. That's all we need actually. Should be able to couple that back. Let's lock 21 up and see if 26 will clear, which it does. Yeah. Right. Now we're back to the use station pilot engine to attach. So I'm going to uncouple the loco from that. It says I can't. Not permitted. Right. The reason that is probably because I've signalled that train onto it first. I'll check the theory of that out later. So 26 can go back. Right, hopefully we should be able to uncouple that now. Right, let's try again. Yes, I think it's because we got the signals off and didn't like it, so I'm going to call that one albeit 9. It allows me to. Yeah, that's so I know it works. The train to be so I need to couple this. Oh no, I've done it wrong. Now I've coupled it back to the engine again. Oh, silly me. Losing time. This one's going to be approaching in 4 minutes, so it's not going to happen. So I'm going to leave these mistakes in, not to make me look bad, which probably does at times, but just to show you what it's easy to do. Yeah, I've uncoupled the loco and I've coupled it back up again. which is a bit silly, and I can't couple this one at the end because then I'd have two locos. Right, let me try and uncouple it again. Loco, what did I say it was called? 0, 3, 8, 9. Right, that one couples instantly. Right, let's get that one coupled up. Right, that's better. So once he's coupled up, I can't use this portion line for shunting because I've got this train approaching, so I've got to go behind 26, get these coaches across, and at the same time move this loco out of the way and let this one come in at least. 8:49, so you know, it's not too bad. Notice what we have got. We've not reset this down here, so I'm going to put 10 back and put the crossover D back for the main line. We'd have wondered why we could clear 25 for that. And a passenger train going into the upside in, don't think the passengers would appreciate that. Right, so what have we done here? We've got buffered up. Let me get this one right. Yes, of course it's buffered up, so we need to move this one back, so 31. This is all the coaches. As I say, the notes have now gone. So that's why I did make a note of this. So if you remember what they are, I've done it on Notepad. So it's a useful little tip. Now we've got this passenger train coming in, but it's just going to have to stand quite a while. I'm going to put the shunt 2 command on that. Let me do 26. Why won't you let me do 26? Oh, there it is. That was coming. I think it probably needs 39 clearing as well for that move. 31 can go back. Don't know if I can move this one. What happened there? I clicked on reverse, not permitted. No, he has to wait for a signal, I'm afraid. So just ignore that passenger. Let the passenger's quite a nice view down there. Passengers can have a look at this nice view while they're waiting. Right, so he's cleared this, so we can put 21. We need 22, and that's all routed back in, so I need 13 to lock these points and 21. And just double check. I clear 26. Oh, signal cleared for opposing move. Whatever left off, of course, 39. That's right. There we go. Yeah, keep forgetting signals away from each other aren't always allowed as well. So as soon as he's clear or gone inside there, he's going to come back out again with 2 coaches to couple the back of this passenger train coming in, and this locomotive standing in the up platform is going to wait the one from the bay platform. And he's not got a lot of time. He departs at 8:53, and just to check, it's 82019. You could always check the number, and that's the one, 82019. Right, I'll put 26 back. Can 21 go back? Yes. Can 22 be cleared? Yes. And 31. Let's get this locomotive out of the way. So again, shunt to 26. I'll probably leave that locomotive there at 26 until this passenger train's at least in the station. And we've still got this class 7, which is, again, we've got to wait for 2B91 to get there. Right, so now let's have a look at his notes again. Detach 2 coaches of buffer end as 2B89. So let's do that now. Couple, what's here? Rear. Oh, it's the front if you remember, because it's the opposite way round. 2 coaches, 2B89. So 2 Bravo 89. There. So then the front ones can actually come out. I can't do it yet because we need this train in the platform. Right, we've got that right engine moving up now, so I can put 31 back. Right, let's see if we can put these points back. 17 is locked, of course, by 19. Oh, and 13. Right, 17. Right, I also need, that's okay, I need 16 reversing, so I need 19's locked, so I'll put 19 back. There's 16, and I think we can, yeah, we can relock everything up, so just, right, that's all ready to go into there. I need the running line dummy 34, and then finally clear 27. And let this one in. I say it's 8:48 already, so I'm not sure how you run this on time. So we've got the light engine to wait these 2 coaches from the bay platform after this train. Again, this is not going to be on time. Very tight timing on this simulation, I must admit. But don't let it put you off. This punctuality and trains late, it's realistic, but if you're trying to keep 100% all the time, it's not going to happen, and you just get disillusioned. So I'll just put a bit of tape over that so you can't see it, or switch it off. No, I don't think you can switch that one off. Anyway, this one's finally arriving at the station. Again, we've got to uncouple the loco so we can couple one at the back. 27 can go back. 34 can go back, although he's not crossed the points, but, and then the outer section can be sent to Ashwater. Right, so we need to get these coaches on the back of that one now, so let's again set the route. So I need 20, 18 is also locked by 19. Right, that's all clear, is it, to come out there? Yep. We can clear 35. So I'm just double checking I don't want to route it the wrong way. So this is now coming out, and again, if you remember the notes, we may need 2 coaches to attach to a Bravo 91. Right. Now I'm going to uncouple this locomotive already. Say it's a bit, I'll just leave it at OZ01. That's just so I can couple coaches at the back. It's just a system. Oh, I need to shunt him to 34. Nearly forgot. This is just a system limitation. Really, you have to work around that one. Obviously, in real life, you could couple locos at either end. 35 can go back. He's slowing down, so again we can put all these points back. So I'm going to unlock everything, whether I need to or not. It just seems sensible thing to do. 18. Oh, I forgot 18. Why can't I clear 18 points? Oh, signal set. Oh, it's still on there. That's why I need 36 as well. Yes, yeah, just not quite short enough between 34 and 36. Now it's done it. That was probably just short. Now I can get 18. Right, and then a 16. Oh, I can leave 16 across. Oh, that's everything. I want to lock everything up. And just check the route. 34. Right, get these coaches on the back. Couple of the coaches. The locomotive can go back into the middle siding at a later time. It doesn't need to rush that one. So the one from the bay, this is 2 Bravo 89. He goes onto the Bude line, and that's the locomotive for him there, waiting at track C1. So I'm just waiting for these coaches to come past. It's 8:49. Well, if you could do better, please let me know. Of course, I need a screenshot of proof that trains are running on time. Right, I think I can put 34 back. Is that braking? It's buffered up. It's still on that track circuit, which is going to prevent me doing 21. Awkward. Right, I've got to couple those. Last time I run this, I don't think it was foul of this track circuit. Yeah, that screwed me a bit there. I can't get that one across. Perhaps it's because I've uncoupled that locomotive first. It creates a gap. I'm not going to be able to signal this back, I don't think, either. Right, I've got to uncouple that. This is our shunter. And we put it over to low and try and see if I can signal that back. I can. Okay, that was lucky. It's not moving. Now I'm stuck. Damn. Perhaps I can couple that up. Yeah. So I can't get this locomotive back. I think I've obviously done something wrong there. It's still on this track circuit. So this is going to delay this other passenger, but so once he's coupled, he should be able to go, and then I can move this light engine hopefully out of the way. It seems to be stuck on these points. So I'm going to offer this train on finally now. This is the 2 Bravo 91. This is line clear, class 2. I'm going to get the gates ready. Still with this coupling. the signals there. 25 and 24. And I've got to try and move this one somehow or somewhere. Actual fact, if I can move him in the platform, clear this point, I could just leave him there for later on. Right, let's enter in section for that one. Just wait for A3 to clear for the gates. $25 back and crossing back. Right, let's see if I can do something with this. Proceed. Can I get the signal? Can't do nothing. Right, damn. There must be a way. I'm going to even try and run it into the siding if I have to. As long as you don't disappear. I want to try that. So we need 10 D lock 10 and the crossing, and I want to clear 30. Yes, but finally moving, but I am going to quickly use the shunt to C. Right. Oh, it's only just a fraction as well. I think my mistake there was uncoupling the loco at the front of the train until I should have done that when I've done this before and moved the train behind it and it's clear inside, so perhaps that needs to be added to the note. So anyway, he's stopping at C, otherwise he would have disappeared and I've lost my pilot. Meanwhile, let's back to getting this loco on the train. I say I'm just going to unlock all these points. 22, 17. Right, that's all back into there. Yeah. Oh, I might as well do 16 as well. Relock everything. And signal 26, hopefully. Right. Yeah, so at least that one is going to stop at C. Yeah, this is usually a way, well, this hopefully usually a way to get yourself out of trouble. And that was, yeah. So don't do the same mistake I did. Leave that engine on the train until the one arrives behind it and then they all fit in. Yeah, I can remember that if you uncouple a train, you create basically a gap. I'm going to put 30 back. Although I can bring this one out straight away, to be honest with you. He's held at C. I'm going to clear C and bring this one back out again. Driver wonders what I'm doing. Right, so this one for the bay platform is a little bit late, as you can see. So he should be coupling up. That's the one. Did I send intersection for that? If you can't remember, do it again. And if we have already, it tells you it's incorrect bell signal. Right, this one's coming out back to where it was. This light engine is braking. I'm going to put 26 back. All the points I can leave because he's coming out this way, so the route is set up ready. Buffered up, so I need to couple him up. I'm going to now offer that one on to Dunsland's Cross. That's class 2. Right, this locomotive's coming out there. Put C back. These locked, of course, because they haven't put the lock, and of course the gates need to reopen again. These friendly drivers. Right, so let's have a look. That one's going away. This one's braking. There's no panic to move that one. It's not. It's stopped in the up platform. We can stop there. That's coupling. We can clear the signals for that. We need the running line dummy 39. Then we can clear the section signal 5. That's not section signal, the platform signal 5, and the section signal 8. And there it goes. Or should do. Yes, 8 minutes late. This one's now braking. Say he's 7 minutes late, so it's just arriving. They'll be arriving shortly at Ashbury. Then we'll get out of section for that, and they'll offer this class 7 on. And I'm going to yes, what does he do? He arrives at 9:10, leaves at 9:40. Doesn't no shunting or anything, so probably just waters up there. Just realised that's out of section. And it's re-offered this class 7. I've just realised I've got 11 points in the correct position, so I'll do that now. This one's off on his way. I better send that to intersection for that. 5 can go back. 8 can go back. Oh, train approaching. You see, I nearly put a signal back. The danger in front of a train, then I would have had a telling off for that. So fortunately it didn't let me. Yes, this is because the track circuit is beyond approaching and beyond that signal. So I say that's why I wait till it's gone out. Right, this class 7 is now finally on its way. That's 8 minutes late. Now we've got this locomotive. This is our station shunter, I believe. And he goes into the middle siding. Right, let's do that move. 39 can go back first. There's 2 ways you can get to that middle side. You can either go on this line and in there, or the main line as such and goes in that way. So we need 21, 19. Let me see if I can do this a bit better. I do need 13 as well. 17's got to go back, and 22. Train intersection. You hear the bell. It must have been moving the levers. Right, so that's all the points are back to normal there. So we're going to relock everything, and I'm going to run this light engine and put him in the middle siding. So let's see, what do we need for A2? We need lever 38 for that, and then the facing point lock A2, A4 and A5. Not sure if you can lock A2 again. No, I don't think you need them locked. Lever A7 releases 39. Really, so I think we need A7 as well. Let's try 39. Yes, got the signal. So the lock. I don't need the lock. Right, it's unusual. It being facing movement, but obviously it's not a passenger train going into the middle siding. Right, we'll wait till that one arrives, and I say I'll leave it at that. We've next got quite a gap till 10:10. Obviously, if nothing's moving, you can stick your quick time advance on for that. Right, that's gone into the middle siding. That was quick. 31 can go back. 39. And then we're going to try and sort this lot out again. I'll put A7 back first. Yeah, that seems to be the best thing to do. Otherwise it seems to stop in reverse. A4 can go back. A5. And we can relock these points with A2 and get the release back in the box. 38. Yep, that's all done. Right, so the only thing we've got now is to wait for this class 7 to arrive. Say it'll be a few minutes late. 3 minutes late, so we'll not be in till 9:13. I'll quickly speed that one on. That one's now slowing down in the middle side in this station pilot. Not sure when we need that one again, but it will. Oh, here we go. Look, it tells you there. Use station pilot to attach to 1B06. Right. And that's 1B06. Class 1. Right. There's quite a bit of attaching and detaching coaches here, so that, you know, although it looks a very simple layout of simulation, you can see from my poor attempt at trying to run it on time how difficult it can be, and that's just on skill level 5. So you know if you want a real terrible day, as it were, you can put your late running on. That will really mess things up, especially if trains are connected with other trains and coaches, etc. So that's at the buffer stops now, so that's not doing anything right. I'll just quickly speed on a bit now. Right, the passengers arriving or braking for Dunsland Cross Station. And we should get out of section shortly for that. And this class 7 is also braking on the approach to us at Halwill. As it's booked to stop in the station, we don't need to caution this one. So once we'll get this one inside, so get the gates across. Again, you need the running line ground signal 1 followed by the stop signal, home signal number 2. So he's just going to arrive in the station and stand there for 30 minutes. Well, at least he should be able to depart on time. So don't look at this punctuality because it looks terrible. 54.55%. As you run the timetable through the trains on time, this will increase, of course. Right, out of section for that class 2, and we've just got this one coming in. I'll send out a section for that and leave it there. So you've got quite a few trains. A lot of messing about with these trains, you know, there's nothing seems to be straightforward. So at least that loop does get used, running around trains. Right, this freight train's coming in. That's not too bad for time, so I could put 2 back. time compression off so it don't speed forward, but it's just speed forward to about 9:39, so then that can be offered on and that could disappear. Right, it's inside clear, so one can go back, put the gates back, take the tablet off the driver, stick it in the instrument and send out a section to Ashbury. So as I say, he departs at 9:40. Right, I'm going to stop it there, and again, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. It's a bit long, but hopefully you can speed things up in between. If you have enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to read your comments. If you've had a go and had similar problems, then share them with me. I'd be interested to read. I'll reply to everyone. And so again, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget you can download all these simulations free of charge and have a run through the demo versions, evaluation versions, see if you like it or not. If you don't like it, at least you've not spent any money. You can try another one. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again another time. Okay, cheers for now. Bye.